Good to see you. My name's Bryan. I'm building a camper van out of a 2022 Ford Transit Cargo with a high roof and extended body. I'm living and working out of it as I'm building it. Vanbuild-13, if you haven't watched it, go back and watch it. It's a really good video. We test fit everything inside the van. The first thing we did was we loaded up stuff inside the van to move over to the shop. Then we test fit everything inside the van to make sure everything fit. Then we made a large plan of everything inside the van. The only thing I didn't plan was the electrical part. The switch locations and the outlet locations, 12 volt and 120 volt. That's going to be Vanbuild-13. That's this video right here. This video we're going to make an electrical print. We're going to install the last two batteries. I'm going to put together a generator tent. And we're going to even take a trip up to Capitol Forest just to see if we have a place that we can charge up the batteries with the generator. That's going to be this video right here. Vanbuild-13. Enjoy. It's supposed to get cold. It's supposed to get down below 20 degrees. So like in the teens, 13, 14, 18 degrees, whatever it is. It's supposed to be dang cold. I got a limited amount of space, so I can't really put anything anywhere. I got no place to put anything, plus I got a doggy. I got a doggy, huh, Cubby guy? Gotta have tools, gotta have parts. Everything takes up a lot of space. So, this is as far as I made it. This is the front of the van, this is the back of the van. I sectioned everything off by right and left. I'm gonna have a USB in the back corner over here, a USB by the bed here. This is the bed area right here. And a USB up front, like right up here by the bench. USB up front. USB on the other side of the bed, so both sides of the bed will have a plug and a USB. And underneath, that would be the room in the garage right there. This is the one on the countertop, a plug and a USB. And a plug and a USB by the bench, I already said. So I made separate prints for all of it. This is just lights. There's going to be a bench here. There'll be two lights on the bench with a switch near the shower. Two main lights coming in with the switch on the cabinet as you come in the door. This is the door. There'll be a light at the entry and a light at the cab, so one there and one there with the switch by the door. These two lights, I don't have a switch for. These three lights I don't have a switch for. Look at that. Got it. I think these lights are going to have a switch right here. They'll be on the wall right here because there's going to be a wall right here. There'll be a wall right here and a wall right here to make like a bed area. So that since the shower's here, the countertop starts right here. My fan switch will be here and the bathroom switch will be here and this bench switch will be here. So there'll be a 3-gang there, single gang here, 2-gang here, and we'll have two gangs here because we'll have the cabinet here, the cabinet, and the cabinet. 3 separate cabinet lights will be right there, and then the main light in the middle of the bed. So if I'm leaning up against this side, I can use those lights. You know, if I'm working on this side, if I'm working on this side, depending upon which way I want to move my head, or if I want to sleep this way or sleep that way. Because I'm going to have a plug and a USB over here and a plug and a USB over here. That way I can have a light over here and a light over here, whichever way I want to read. Or if I want to have a reading light over here, say I'm going to open up the back doors and use that as a light there. And then I'll have a main light if I don't want any of them on. So we'll have 4 switches here. The freshwater pump will be 12 volt. The 12 volt for the dump, there'll be a dump here. I can have a switch for it. I'm going to extend the wires for that switch, and I'm going to put the controls for that dump right here behind the driver's seat. By the bench, basically. I don't know if I'm going to use it, but I'm going to put 120 volt for a water filter because this is where the sink is. The Wi-Fi needs 120, the dish. The sump needs 120. The refrigerator, it runs 12 volt or 120, and I'm going to wire both, 12 volt and 120 volt. We're going to have a light on the front, a light on the side, a light on the side, and 2 lights on either corner, so when I'm backing up I can use these as backup lights. So we're gonna have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lights. These are gonna be regular spotlights, 1, 2, 3, 4, just regular spotlights. This is gonna be a light bar over the door, and this is gonna be a light bar that shines forward. So when I'm driving, we can pull into campsites and stuff, we can turn on the lights and see where we're at in campsites. Today's the day. We should have all our batteries now. We should be all set. Now I gotta figure out how to get them back here. I got 2 batteries here. I'm gonna put 2 more batteries right here, but I gotta take all this stuff out of here and put it here. And then have room to bring the batteries back here too. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'll go there. Like that. Put the other one on top. Cubby, you're gonna have to come over here. Gotta go over there. There you go. Good boy. Oh my gosh. Okay. Whew. Let's get this strap down first. Do that first, I guess. They don't roll around every time I hit the brakes or anything. I think it's just going to get dropped in there. Okay. There's that. That's where it's gonna go. That's nice and tight now. Put that under there, and that should stay there. Tight, that one's tight. And let's shut this off. Turn that one off. There's one. Got one on. It's locked in place. The other one. This one. Here, I'll move that wire out of the way. Okay. So let's put them all on and see what our average is. It should be 70, 70, 54, 46. That's 10. 20, 240 divided by 4, our average should be 60. We should be about 60%. And that's what we are. We're exactly at 60%. So they take the average is what they do. They take all the batteries, run them together, and average them. And that's what it is. It comes up to 240%. Then you divide that by 4, which gives you 60. And that's exactly what we're at, 60%. So that's how they figure it out. That's what I wanted to figure out, how the batteries work and what they do. So once I put the power to it, I'm wondering how long it'll take. If it'll take 3 hours or 2 hours or what, I have no idea. Now I gotta cut this thing down and drop this one down so these two are lower. And then we should be pretty good on our height on these. They should be all about the same height, really close. These two will be a little bit higher and this one will be a little lower. This is not the easiest thing, but I'm gonna videotape it. I'm gonna get this on tape, if I can. Because I don't know if this is gonna work. I don't know if I'm even gonna want this thing. I sure got a big mess in here. So what I got is a generator tent. And I got not very good instructions. That's my instructions. So I think it's supposed to look like that. So it's got little feet that come out off the edge, and I think it's for a bigger generator. It doesn't look like it's for a small generator like I have, so I don't even know if it's going to work. So what I found is this tent goes over top of the generator like this, like that over top of the generator. And then what you have to do is make a framework to go around it. So there's a bunch of these little things. I don't know if you can see them, but there's a bunch of these little pieces. And I've come to the conclusion that there's 12 of them. So that means if there's one on each corner, that means there's 3 need to go together. They clip together like this. And then there's one more piece that goes in the middle. I seem to have lost it. There it is. That one goes there, and then this goes here. And then I think there's a ratchet strap that hooks it all together. So I think what it looks like to me is this thing. Oh, get in there. There we go. This hooks on here. I don't know if you can see it, but it kind of moves back and forth. So this moves this way and this way. So you can adjust it. So I don't know why, but it looks like you can adjust it. So there's one centerpiece. Looks like the poles go in the middle here, and then this bends down like this. And then there's a ratchet that goes all the way around it. So this goes at the end, down here, like this is what it looks like to me. This goes down here. This goes on the end of the pole, like that. And then this ratchet strap, so this goes on here. Oh God, I gotta do my laundry, that's what all this is. So I think this goes like this, and then this bends around like this, and then you attach this part here in my hand here, this part here, you attach that onto the generator with a strap. But really what I think you're supposed to do is strap it all the way around all 4 of them and then ratchet it together, and then that's what closes it together like an umbrella. It makes like a big umbrella. There's nothing holding it here, it just slides back and forth, and nothing holding it up here, it just slides back and forth here too. There's just pressure that holds it. So it's like, I don't know. I don't know about this thing. Since I tried to understand the instructions, and it doesn't seem to be the type of generator that I have. So it might not even work. Sure is a nice little tent though. Cute little tent. Be good for a kitty cat or something like that if it didn't work. Little kitty cat tent. Okay, now I think what you do, because the only other piece I have is this one top piece, and I have this one ratchet strap. So this one ratchet strap, I'm guessing, goes all the way around those. Is it just a one piece? Okay, so that goes all the way around. Let's try looping it through, I guess. It's gonna have to go, oops. It's gonna have to go through, let's see. It looks like it goes right through here. This is wild. Okay, well let's just try putting it all the way through that side, and we'll ratchet it right here. Make sure I'm not twisting it around. So then this one has to go like this, like that, and then like that. Right? There and there. There's one. There's 2. Goes from here like that. Right? Right? Okay, there's that one. Okay, and this one goes this way. This. I'd hate to have to set this thing up every single time. Every time you want to use it, this is how you take it apart and put it together. Okay, now. How in the heck do you... Now you gotta go back into this one. Just twist it around here. I'm Sorry, Cubby, I'm almost done. Really not, but I am. Okay, and this goes here. Okay, so then that puts all those in line like that, okay? And this has to go back into the ratchet strap somehow. Like this. Like this. I think I'm getting this. Okay, so I've got it all the way around. Now I just got to tighten it up. I've got it all the way kind of around. Here, we'll do this. I've got it kind of around like this. So I think what I do is I just tighten the ratchet strap, and it should tighten the whole thing up. Let me put it on top of my head here. Except for I think I got to tighten it up before I do the strap here. Oh my gosh, this is insane. I think the square has to be about the size of my generator is my guess. So we'll just tighten this up till it looks about the size of my generator. There's that. It almost looks like rectangular. I think it needs to be square. I don't know what's going to make it not slide around. I wonder if those rubber pieces go here. Those rubber pieces go here. Yeah, they go over here on the corners. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. They go there and they push up against the generator. They don't go on the ends like that. Okay, let's tighten this up a bit. There's that. Yeah, it keeps those from sliding around. Okay, let's do this. Let's tighten it up right now. Well, I want to be the same square as the generator here. Let's see. It's pretty close. Let's try that and then we'll fix it later. Settle down, Cubby, you're fine. Okay, so that's going to stay right there. That won't move, it's a generator, it's a ratchet strap. Okay, so I don't know what keeps those on the end of that thing. I'm going to have to pull them off one by one and hopefully they don't come flying off. There's one. Okay, so this goes here. That's what I think. This goes here on the end of this. Yep, it does, right there. Those push up against the generator. You ratchet that up against the generator. Okay, so this has to come off, and then this has to come off. Those would have been better if they would have went on there. Okay, there's that. And these go up against the generator. Yeah. Those ratchet up against the G. You ratchet them up onto the generator. And that's what keeps it on there. But how do these keep from coming off the end of these poles here? I was wondering about these going on there. I was like, wow, this is a weird design. Makes a lot of sense. Don't go on there. Okay, there's that. Put you over there for a minute. That means this comes off of here. This is going to take days. It's going to stop raining by the time I'm done. One on here, just like that. Okay, here's your tent. Now you gotta put it around the freaking generator. This squares the generator, and then ratchet it on there. And the rubber parts go up against the generator. That's what holds it on. Let's make a spot to put the generator. Okay, we'll put it on that. One big game of Tetris, and I'm not kidding up here. Okay, generator. Now this goes here over top of this, like that. Tighten our generator strap around this thing. Put these on the corners. That on that corner, that on that corner. This on this corner. Ah! Okay. So, which one came out? This one came out. Two of them came out. Where'd the other piece go? Oh, it's right here. Okay, so this goes here. I was wondering what was going to hold them in. Just trying to figure that out. I'm like, how is that going to stay in there? I don't get it. Let's put them all the way in this thing. Make them stay in a little farther. Okay, this goes in like so. This goes in here. That. Okay, there. One more. On this side. Slide that through this way. Like that. There. Okay, there's the goofiest shape I've ever seen. Let's get a ratchet going on this. Give us a nice little tarp around it. Just like that. Okay, and those hold it on there. I don't know how I'm going to get it out of the goddamn van. That looks like a tent around my generator. Okay, and then you take this thing and you set it right on top. That's really all you do. Just take that and set it right over it. Okay, well I'm going to go get the chain set up. Okay, so this is what it ends up with. These little bungee cords go underneath the here, around the edges. These bungees go underneath here like this. They hold it on. And there's your generator cover. Little generator tent. Tetris. There's our cord. We gotta plug into our plug here. Power. I can't wait till this is done. I didn't realize this was going to be such a pain in the butt to do this and live in this thing as I work on it. Okay, listen, you can hear the generator because it'll go, it'll rise up. There it goes. Okay, I'm going to pull it in. 1800 watts we're pulling in. See if I can pick up this mess here for a few minutes. Okay, come on out, Cubby dog. There you go, come on out. Okay, well, that's the tent. Really beautiful place. I'm pretty sure, maybe I'll set you right here as a matter of fact. I'm pretty sure the road turns to gravel here pretty soon. I've been up here for so long. Usually I come up here when it's snowing. It just got done snowing last couple weeks. I haven't really done much on the build of the van. I need some place that I can park for a little bit and start the generator. I'm off the road now. Now we're into the gravel part of the road. I haven't been up here in years. We came up here with the kids and went sledding years ago. I don't want to go too far up here. That looks like a good spot. On the direct side of the road, it's kind of flat. I'm going to go up here and turn around, and that'd be a good spot there, I think. It's really nothing to see, but it'd be a decent spot to stop. Out in the middle of nowhere. Just a road, kind of off to the side, out of the way. Put the generator right there, tie it to the ladder rack, let Cubby out for a few minutes. Doesn't look like there's anything around the outside here that looks too bad. This stick, get out of the way. Move that out of the way. Yeah.
Thing looks pretty good. Let's let the Cubby dog out. See if we can get stuff going here. Come on out, Cubby dog. Come on out. Don't get too wet. We're going back inside. Shouldn't take too much fuel. Cubby dog. Come on. Come here. Stay here with me. Generator's on. You can hear it outside now. Starting at 74%.
There, we are all charged up.
That didn't take but a couple hours.
Like, I think it took 2 hours, 2.5 hours. That wasn't bad. Enough time for me to have some lunch. Okay. Well, that was Vanbuild-13. We made a pretty good electrical print, got a pretty good idea where everything's gonna go. We put in the last 2 batteries, we installed those 2, so now we have all of our batteries in. We put together a generator tent, so that way I can use the generator when it's raining. And we took a small trip up to Capitol Forest. I thought it was gonna take a lot longer than that, but it didn't take very long to charge up the batteries with that generator. 1,800 watts every time I start that generator up is a lot. There's 800 watts on the roof, but the generator supplies 1,800 watts, more than double, and it's very quick with the generator. That was Vanbuild-13. Vanbuild-14, the next video coming up, we're going to put the walls in behind the batteries. I'm going to do the walls in section. There's going to be a wall behind the battery, there's going to be a wall behind the water tanks, and a wall behind the bench, and a wall behind the kitchen. I'm going to do the walls in 4 sections. And the next video is going to be the wall behind the batteries. And that means I'm going to insulate it. We'll put the wood on. And since we put that wall on, we're going to have to do the shore power plug also. So Vanbuild-14 is going to be the wall behind the batteries and the shore power plug. And that's it. That's Vanbuild-13. And like always, thank you for listening.